screening. I suggested that every patient that was operated and readmitted within 30 days should automatically be reviewed to see if there wasn't any potential complication. That way we wouldn't miss complications that I happened to have detected. Strangely enough, the physicians of the department objected to my proposal. Also, ironically, the next day, I received a phone call from an attorney I never heard of, who found me through the Los Angeles County Bar Association of Experts, and wanted my opinion regarding a case of a patient she was representing, and she asked me the following question. Does it fall below the standard of practice to remove both fallopian tubes of a patient without the patient's consent? That sounded to me so barbaric that I asked her if it was in some foreign country. She told me no. It happened in Encino Tarzana Regional Medical Center in Los Angeles. I did not believe a single word of what she told me. Why? Because I have served for 14 years by then in the internal quality control department of my department, which is a peer and chart review committee. That case happened over 2 years before. I haven't heard of it, so it couldn't have happened. Right? Wrong. I was shocked because I did not know that it was possible, actually, from some major complications of such nature, to completely bypass the peer review. And I happened to, without looking for it, stumbled into 2 major complications that just were not submitted to the peer review committee. I was very naive. Why would any hospital in its right mind protect and cover up such grossly negligent physicians? The answer to that question is a document that you have attached, which is Rape of the Medical Peer Review Process by Tenet Health System. But I don't want you to be focused on Tenet. You can replace the name Tenet with HCA, Cedars-Sinai, and any other hospital in the country, to some degree. Some hospitals, as you mentioned, Dr. Anstead and Dr. Lowe suggested, are doing superb peer review, but nobody is perfect. The motives are very different from the airline industry. So on June 14th, I reported to the Institute of Medical Quality, IMQ, affiliated with the California Medical Association. I also reported to the LA County Department of Human Health Services and the Joint Commission that apparently ETRMC has a double standard in peer review, as some physicians who are significant income providers to the hospitals are simply not reviewed. The complications are simply ducked, and these type of physicians are sometimes referred to as rainmaker. I also reported that the sperms of 2 husbands were mixed with the wrong eggs in the laboratory of in vitro fertilization. As a consequence, none of those embryos suited either one of those 2 couples. An emergency meeting with the attorney of the hospital led to shutting down the in vitro fertilization program at the end of '97, reopening the following year, and that way they avoided completely all scrutiny. The embryos were destroyed, patients were given new IVF cycles. Interestingly, June 19th, I became a designated expert in that malpractice case. It did not take more than 3-4 days. On June 23rd, for the CEO of Tarzana Hospital, I was at the time on staff of about 10 hospitals, all the way from Orange County to north side of Los Angeles in West Hills. The CEO of that hospital, at which I had my main practice, Mr. Surovich, sends me a letter advising me that I have to be escorted by security whenever I'm on the hospital premises. Over the 14 years I've been at Encino Tarzana Medical Center, no physician has ever been escorted by anybody. The CEO of ETRMC's letter, which is attached in your documents, you're welcome to look at it, did not give any reason for such drastic measures. I could not understand that. I did not realize the healthcare industry had some similarity with The Godfather.
Doctor, can you wrap it up in a few minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
On November 13, 2000, I went to the FBI headquarters, met with 2 agents of the Healthcare Fraud Division, and provided a lot of information. Strangely enough, 3 days later, November 16, 2000, my office receives a phone call from Mr. Surovich, CEO of ETRMC, asked me to be paged, called him back in a trembling voice. Tells me the following. Dr. Mileikowsky, effective immediately, you no longer have any clinical privileges at Encino Tarzana Regional Medical Center. Conduct of Mr. Surovich triggered such an uproar Several medical associations, including the American Medical Association, California Medical Associations, and others, voiced their opinion. And you will find that under 2 articles in an editorial in AM News, which is attached in the documentation. Rather than use my time, I'd rather answer questions.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much again for inviting me. And again, I'm available 24 hours 7.
And just so you know, I like your accent. It has a je ne sais quoi.
Merci beaucoup.